Hi everybody, this is 𝙤𝙤 Ananian. We're doing Wisdom Wednesdays again. It's one of my favorite things to do during the week, getting together, working with these tarot masters and seeing, like what's happening in our world. So when you arrive, be sure to say hi. I'm just adjusting my speaker. So, let me just center myself. I call upon the tarot masters to come down in service for this reading. Allow me to become a hollow bone. Here we go. So, maybe that'll help. So here we are. Who wants to speak today? Let's see. I'm shuffling the cards. Thinking about, hey Annie. I love that you're visiting us from Detroit. Okay, let's see. Who wants to speak today? This card. This is the Five of Swords. I'm on, Rich. You should be hearing stuff. Annie, can you hear me? Okay, Annie can hear me. Rich, it might be you. I just checked my microphone. When I began, I was told put on your mic so that it wouldn't be a problem. So, okay, it was you. Good. So here we have Five of Swords today. Swords are air, communication, our intuition, and our mind. And so here we have the five. We are in the thick of it. We are in the thick of it. And we can see from this card there may be challenges behind us. And she's looking back. So if you find that you're looking into the past, things that you can't control, you can just let them go and turn around. Focus on your goals. Today, focus on you and your goals and the things that you want to create. We don't need to get living in the past is where our fears, our traumas, our worries on, and we need, by turning around and just looking where we're going and what we want to create, we can even if you know, if you find that I'm hearing things are sticky and concerning, we can turn around and face the direction and create the things that would bring us more blessings, more productivity, more of the things we want to create in the world. In this card, I'm feeling, you know, I'm very empathic, and so I see, but I also feel, and I'm feeling some heaviness and some dread. So, you know, our audience may be feeling that, you know, I'm hearing state of the world is big time concerns, uneasiness, instability, concern, not a lot of things that we can control. And this card is reminding us that there are things that we can control. We can control our input, our world, and just turn around. Focus on what you want. Look at the things that are around you. Like, go into nature. Move your body. Movement will help move the energy through you so it's not stuck. Our communities, our families are really important. So turn around and look to them, you know. And I'm hearing, reach out and give people around you a call. Not only for yourself, but like, let's check in on people, see how they're doing. One second, there's a few voices. One voice. What is the most important thing that we can share right now? Just come through with one voice. So they're asking me to pick another card because there's a bigger picture. Huh. Okay. Here we have 9 of Swords. So there's a lot of air happening right now. And again, this card is talking about worry. And you might be noticing that you're not working. Some of the people that you're working with, really, they're not supporting you the way you need support. So, and this may have to do with this card, why you're looking behind, right? So here we have this sword. Interestingly enough, in this sword is the hummingbird. So we have the hummingbird here, and the hummingbird reminds us that they fly in all directions, up, back. So like, you are, what's the word they're saying? Your world is very malleable. You can go in each direction, just like the hummingbird. You can move. You need to be willing to let go and you can fly in between these distractions. So I'm kind of like I'm seeing in my mind's eye like marionette puppets. You can cut those strings and be free. There's a lot of freedom when we can let go. And they're reminding us that, that we're okay. We don't need to be, allow other people's opinions, manipulations, needs to be greater than ourselves. Now's a time where, working in collaboration and people cheering us on is really exciting, and it's a really great place to be, and where we can bloom really, really well. So if you're finding, I don't know, these cards are interesting, but if you're finding that, like, you're doing things, you're existing, you're living, but it's really not the life that you want, but somehow you got here, this is the card that is, they're really talking to us about, like, creating a new reality, and that we deserve the good things that we want. And this is reminding us, it's kind of like a heavy card, where there is some heaviness and dissatisfaction, and start focusing on what you do want. I'm also hearing that, like, the helpers in the world are revealing themselves. Things are challenging, yes. Global, in our world, they are challenging, particularly the U.S. But everybody needs to shift, and everyone is shifting. This is a universal, mass conscious step in evolution that's happening, and it is a disruptor. And so there are things that are clearly not okay in the broad sense of our world, the global politics. And so what we can do is find the people that are the helpers. You guys are the helpers. And so find other helpers and start working with them. I just had a networking meeting. Now, it wasn't just for networking in the business sense. It was like, who are people that I want to partner with? Like, who do I want? What kind of people? What kind of friendships do I want? And we all know people. And so a few of us gathered and actually invited people that we enjoy. And so it was a collaborative event, and really good people came together, and it was just really nice being with great people. And from this is growing. And this is how we can gain support, friendship for us, fill our soul. It was a very fulfilling, exciting thing that happened. And then others will join. And so we're growing and creating something very spontaneously, and developing relationships. So the way that we're working the world can grow and change, and it can be very supportive and fulfilling. And if business comes from it, great. But the real purpose is good people getting together. And and people are doing, really good things. It's really good to hear people doing good things, and it's inspiring. And how can I help? So this is the thing, the chains that hold us back. It's kind of like the Devil card. The Devil card people see, the devil, it's scary, but like the Devil card reminds us that we are free. The chains that bind us, we can simply take the chains off. It's in our power. And so that's the card that is coming up, supporting these other cards, right? If you're not living the life you really desire. If you're feeling heavy, disempowered, trapped, turn around, right? This is the card that said turn around and focus on bringing good things into your life. When we decide that, that is a conscious choice. The other things don't feel so great. They fall away because we're making new choices. We're making choices on light, our work, what we want in the world. And this is how we become conscious creators in our life. And so we don't need to have big, hard conversations, arguments. It's like we can see what things are. We are willing to be honest with ourselves, see things as they are, and then we can turn around and focus on where we're going. Like, we don't need to carry the dead behind us, the balls and chains, the backstabbers, like, we can choose to focus on those who lift us up and are secure enough in their own life that we're not accepting the abuses that have traditionally been accepted, right? We can go toward the light, go to where more exists for us, we don't even, like, people are where they are when that irritation it doesn't feel right for us, so we move more toward the light. And when that happens, then they can deal with their stuff. Like, they'll deal with it or they won't, but it doesn't become our responsibility to accept less than the sovereignty that you deserve. So there's great freedom there. So that's what these cards are talking about today. Does that resonate for anybody? So the next card that I picked up, I'm like, okay. And here's the Justice card. This shows us that when we move forward, all the scales of justice, the energies around us all balance, and we can step into our own sovereignty. Interestingly enough, here we go, there's a sword in there, again connected to the other two cards. You can't make this stuff up, right? Here we have the sword, and we are, here is like the judge. All right, you decide what works for you or what doesn't work for you. So here the Justice card is standing between the two pillars of mercy, of severity, and in the center is you decide. You are the middle pillar, so you're not too severe, you're not too merciful, where you're a sucker, right? And here you use the sword, your sword, to cut the illusions and the things that you no longer want, so that in the center, when you're in the middle pillar of the tree of life, you can pull from both pillars. Do you need more severity and say stop, right? Look elsewhere. Do you need more mercy, and compassion? Do you have conversations? But from the center pillar, you can make that decision and balance the better balance our lives, right? Your life. And this card again is reminding us that you are the creator of your kingdom. So I love these cards. It's crazy to me every time I do Wisdom Wednesdays, or I'm doing a one-on-one reading for a client, that the cards that come are just amazingly perfect, that the Tarot Masters know us. Even if you're here or you're not here today, but you're listening from abroad, this message will apply to you. And I just love that the Tarot Masters are always here, working for us, so generously supporting us on this, this interesting journey of life. So, do you guys have any questions? Because this is a place we can ask questions. Okay. So again, I'm Sue Ananian at soulfullyouwellness.com. You can find me there if you have more personal questions. And I'm also co-host of Energetically You Wellness on Spreaker.com. So yes, Richard, I was saying that sometimes we need to have stronger boundaries, and that would be on the pillar of severity. So I miss you too, Annie. Big hugs. I love that. Here we have, I'm in Jersey. You guys are in Detroit, South Carolina, and other areas, and we can all get together. This is now, I also have a YouTube channel, so if you want to see any of the podcasts that and Wisdom Wednesdays, they're located there also. So Annie, let me pick a card for you. Do you want a reading? Okay. Let me get this card for Annie. Annie, Ace of Cups. So cups are water, our emotions, seeing into the deeper thing, deeper waters of life. And here we have the Ace, and so you might have this is, let's see what she's telling us. I'm hearing that you have a nice little I don't know why I have the word secret. So, you might have come into something that is very pleasing and that you're just like holding, and you're like, can you believe how lucky I am? This is beautiful. This is a beautiful card, and I'm really happy for you. Just, it feels like, I'm going to sneeze. It feels like satisfaction to me, like good yummy things. It feels in the art realm, something artsy. So maybe there's like a new opportunity, something that you're going to enjoy. It kind of feels like a pearl, like you're holding a pearl. So if you have anything to say to that, Now is the time. Okay. All right. So Annie, you do have a lot. The sun, you have a sun in Cancer, moon in Scorpio. So you are surrounded by water. You love the water. I know you're in Detroit. So, okay. So Richard, let me pick one for you. Okay, here we have the Nine of Wands. Now you'll notice that you might feel be in the middle of it feels like choices. You know, maybe you're pushing through something, but if you notice this here, the sovereign being is, you know, can just remove a stick and move through. So it's not as big a challenge as it may first appear. It also is talking about feminine energy. So you may be somebody that pushes through things, muscles through. And this is suggesting that you sit back, scan the situation, and come from a more intuitive way. Use more of a feminine, intuitive, waiting, nurturing, moving it aside. Does that make sense, Richie? So, okay. So sometimes, yes, sometimes, Richie, back to your other question, sometimes we may need to be more severe, and other times we may need to acquiesce. Now, the one thing that's coming to me is like water is the perfect example, and it's coming for you, Richie. Water is soft and flowing, and it moves around things, yet it gets to its destination. If you ever had a leak in a house, water, when water is there, it gets everywhere, right? And even in the ocean, the pebbles over time are from the constant movement of the water. It changes the shape of rock. It can smooth it, it can change its form. So this is what the cards are suggesting to you, is to sit back, and you're saying, yes, you've got lots of choices right now, and he agrees, he tends to push through. He's kind of stuck on the what next step. So isn't that funny? This card comes up and it speaks to this right away. And what the card is saying is to step away, go for a walk, go play with your kids, and meditate, and ask your spiritual team for insight, what you need to know, and don't be so quick to just push through. Sometimes that resistance is us getting to a new level, letting go of our emotional baggage, shifting. But what we want to do is to really see what's going on and what the right next move is. So sometimes those blockages are there so that we can slow down and look at what the real situation is. That's where meditation, talking to, going into your sanctuary with your higher self, sitting back. Don't just push through it, because that can create another issue. And frankly, you're creating something that is very interesting and unique. I don't know what it is, but that's what I'm hearing. And getting another view, eagle-eye view on the situation is going to be really helpful. And they're saying you tend to ask other people, look outside of yourself, and give other people a lot of credit, like they know things that you don't know. This is a time for you to really look at the situation and do what's right for you. You're more intuitive. You're stronger and smarter than you give yourself credit for. So you can get other people's opinions, but this is like you need to do what you feel is the best situation. Does that make sense? You know, there's a lot of opinions out in the world, and people want to help, and it doesn't mean that they're bad, right? But like, we can take information and this is about you not handing over your power anymore. So this is about using your spiritual team and starting to create. Does it feel right to do this, or maybe a little of this? How much of this? So it's kind of like driving a vehicle. Sometimes you need to push harder on the gas. Sometimes you need to step on the brake, readjust, reset your course. It feels like there's some course correction and that you're at that junction right now. And Richie says, perfect, thanks. Okay, good. And you'll have to fill me in. So these are all really, really good cards. Again, we go back to, the card that started it all was this, the 5 of Swords. Look forward, and you deserve really good things. Spirit wants us to have really good things. We have the capability to create our lives that fulfill us and support us, and give us great joy. And when we know more about who we are, it is like we're coming from a place of creativity and joy, and we can help all the people around us. One of the constant messages that have been coming since the beginning of the year, with the great changes that are happening on the planet, is that the time of the lone wolf is over, that this is a time of collaboration and community, and that our diversity, the differences within each of us, that's the actual gift that the Creator, God, 𝘾𝙝𝙬 Yahweh, Adonai, Allah, Creator, Universe, whatever name you use, this is the gift. And so we don't give in and don't give it up. Don't become part of the cog in the wheel. Our diversity and our gifts are really needed right now, where you are a thumbprint, very unique, and I can't wait to see each week as we get together and as your lives are transforming. That's what I want to support. I want to be here for you, and I get to do this by sharing my unique gift is with readings and healings and as a spiritual teacher. So I love seeing you stretching and growing and moving and going through different experiences and slaying your day. So thanks for joining me today. I'm Sue Ananian at soulfullyouwellness.com, and it'll all be in the link, so you can just click there. Reach out and let me know if you need any support. I'm here for you. Anyway, it was really great being here, and have a great day. Bye, guys.